Kia ora, this is Arun Jacob, your friendly and frank licensed New Zealand immigration advisor, as well as education advisor based in the city of Hamilton in New Zealand. As always, utilizing video to speak to all you young people who have stepped into New Zealand or planning to step into New Zealand. So, very warm welcome, and for those of you already here, hope you're having a great time. All right, now, as an international student advisor as well as a licensed immigration advisor, I keep getting a lot of queries through our Facebook channel, through our YouTube, and various other platforms, and people are kind of constantly writing, and we are constantly engaging them in our chatter, and it's been some phenomenal experiences talking about all the back and forth and stuff like that. But by and large, most of them are very happy and nice and very genuine questions, and they kind of keep asking us questions, mostly pertaining to jobs and visas and CVs and stuff like that, and we are more than happy to share that information in most instances. But every once in a while, somebody asks a question that really upsets me. And guys, these are the kind of questions that I want to address in this video today, because I think they're just so silly and stupid that it kind of boggles my mind that somebody could even begin to believe things like that. Okay, two rumors that have constantly come back and assaulted me, so to speak, and my senses. Number one, there are actually no IT jobs in New Zealand, and all the ads that are shown on Seek or Trade Me or anywhere are actually mostly all fake, and God knows for what reason, but they're all mostly fake ads, and there are really no IT jobs. That's rumor number one. Rumor number two, institutions in New Zealand deliberately fail their students so that they can make more money when they ask the students to come back and apply for their retests or their reassessments, and by virtue of that, the institutions end up making more money. So there's the second rumor. Now, I understand some of you are not in the right frame of mind. You're in a strange country, you're in a new country, you're starting a new life, and you're kind of beginning to kind of get yourself, ingrained into a lot of stuff, and you're kind of trying very hard to fit in and settle in. So you're not in a very good space of mind, and in a situation like that, I think it's very easy to fall prey to rumors. So what I did the first time somebody told me that there are actually no IT jobs in New Zealand, what I did was I made it a point to email one of the most senior people in New Zealand, who's called the CEO of NZ Tech, which is the apex body for technology organizations in New Zealand. So I actually emailed him and said, Mr. CEO, apparently there are really no IT jobs, but there are some kind of ads being put out there. What do you think about this? So Mr. Muller, that's his name, Graham Muller, he wrote back to me and he said, hey Arun, how about you and I have a chat about this? And so a few days later, we guys set up a telephonic interview, and then we both had a really nice long chat. And what Graham told me was that there is such a huge shortage of IT workers in New Zealand right now, because primarily New Zealand is not producing enough IT workers through its own universities and colleges. And that's the reason there's a massive shortage, and IT is one of the identified future growth areas. It is also one of the long-term skill shortage areas. So we're trying very hard to fill those gaps. So there is a genuine need. And Graham told me that, and he kind of laughed it away when I said that in the migrant community, this rumor persists. So I don't think you guys should fall for that particular rumor. Rumor number two, institutions deliberately fail you so that they can then make you give more money, because then by reapplying or reassessing, whatever. Challenge it. If you think you have done well, if you think that you actually wrote that assessment well and you should not have been failed, challenge it. You guys also live in a country which believes strongly in the legal system. There is something called the Official Information Act, which means you actually have a legal option of asking for every piece of paper which has got your name on it. Challenge it, take it, and go back and sit there and challenge that institution and say, excuse me, how could you fail me for this? And I'm sure they'll be able to sort it out if it was a genuine mistake. My understanding why institutions cannot do this, because they are quite strictly regulated. They all come under NZQA, which is the New Zealand Qualifications Authority. And in their audits, if they find that institutions are doing any malified kind of things, I'm sure they will pull them up. So I don't think an institution would risk their entire reputation and their entire history and their entire future for the sake of an additional $2,000 from you guys. In fact, if they constantly keep failing people, there is a more than good chance that NZKR will also keep dropping their rating and drop them down from category 1 to category 2 to category 3. So I think there's a very big risk. So I think the way to fight rumors is to stay positive, number one. Number two is to be very logical in the way you address those rumors. And number three, challenge it always. Absolutely challenge it. If you believe that Sikh, half those job advertisements in Sikh are not right, write to the Minister of Employment. I'm sure, this is a country where, every elected or any other bureaucrat would be more than happy to provide information to a general person from the public. So that's the way to deal with it, guys. And I've lived in New Zealand for 17 years now. I live in this country when I had an option of living in other countries, including the US and UK, because I strongly believe that this country cares about its people and cares about anybody who chooses to make it their home. So and that's a strong belief based on which we also invite people to come to New Zealand. So I think you guys need to be a bit more positive, surround yourself with positive people, challenge those rumors, and if you're on the right track, I'm sure New Zealand will do right by you as well. All right, so sorry about the slightly long lecture, but I thought it was important that somebody spoke to you authoritatively about these things and put some positive thoughts into your mind. And so stay positive, stick with the right kind of friends. And if you are one of the AGV students, do not listen to those rumors. Talk to us and we will set you on the right track. All right, as always, thanks for watching my videos and share it with your family and friends. Till the next time, kia ora from Hamilton.